What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Puro Pinche Party, where today's episode is all about heart, hustle, and raising the next generation. Today with us we have Ana Barrios, the owner of Early Bird Daycare.
Yes.
Awesome. A space that's been a second home to the younger generation of our community. We're talking about literally just the day-to-day of any daycare, the behind the scenes, and we're going to go through a couple of questions that I feel that parents would like to know about your daycare.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Let's get to it.
Sounds good.
What inspired you to start a daycare? I mean, I know it's a pretty big commitment. I know a lot of people, they'll start a daycare and they'll not essentially accommodate to everybody's situation. It seems like you have a really beautiful facility here, and it seems that you transformed, like I said, a second home for these children.
Thank you. So I opened up because I love kids. I wanted to spend time with my kids when they were little, but with
work
and everything, I don't know. I didn't trust other daycares at that time, and
as many parents don't still.
Right, and what it entailed. Now that my kids are a little bit older, I have worked retail for a while and it wasn't for me. I like kids and this is what I want to be doing. So that's why I opened, and I'm here to help them grow and be individuals and self-regulate and teach them.
Yeah, there has to be definitely a passion that goes behind everything. It seems like there's a lot of people out there just trying to make a quick buck. There's many even bigger companies. Like I said, you have a private facility at your own home that you renovated to tend to the children. What would you say that the misconceptions that many daycares have? What would stray a parent from a daycare facility?
Different parents have different needs. Each daycare is going to be a little bit different and provide different services and have different things that they offer, I guess. So whatever the parent's looking for and whatever the daycare is providing, that's what will determine, if the parent's going to send their child there or not.
Yeah, trust is a really big thing. And a lot of parents have different expectations. Could you give us a general rough daily routine or curriculum that you offer at your facility?
Sure. So the age range that I take care of is from 6 weeks to 5 years old. So the curriculum that I offer for infants is more like to work on their developmental skills.
Their milestones.
Rather than actually a curriculum.
Yeah.
But for the older children, there will be a curriculum or theme that we work on either for the month or week. It depends what it is, with activities to go with it, to develop their skills and work on their
overall well-being. Or how would you say?
Social
skills? That's very important.
Social skills and I guess learning about different things each month.
Yeah.
And the seasons and, stuff that's being present, going on and what's going on around them, their environment.
Yeah, that's very important. That's something that you would go over with the parent or guardian, right? Is that something that you would go over daily, weekly?
So communication with the parents is key with the kids, and I would like us to communicate daily if possible, but there's all types of ways to communicate with me. So they can text me, they can call me, they can email me. I'm also on Facebook Messenger.
So you're saying that you're readily available, right?
Yes.
But also, they probably don't want them texting, calling every couple of minutes because obviously you're taking care of kids, right?
Yeah, so of course I'm not on the socials too much, and I do like a little picture here and there just to kind of
Like an update.
Snapchat or snap update for them.
Yeah, whichever they prefer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's certain apps out there that you can put diaper changes or formula feeds if they take formula. Is that something that you use in your facility at the moment?
I do. I actually was using paper daily sheets until one of the parents showed me that app. It's called Nara Baby.
Okay.
It's really cool. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there's other good ones out there as well, but this one
We're
I
not
like.
sponsoring this one particularly.
I just like it. You're able to track pretty much everything on there. So they're feeding, they're sleeping, they're diapering. You can track milestones, height, growth, weight, track routines on there, put pictures in there.
That's pretty cool.
And you can also include other caregivers in there as well. Whoever's, parent, grandparent, and child care provider or daycare provider, whichever you'd like to say. But yeah, and everyone can kind of see what's going on in that child's day-to-day routine, activities, things that they're doing.
Yeah. You did mention meals. So do you offer meal snacks? Is there a certain schedule that you use, or how does that go?
Yeah, so I do offer breakfast, lunch, and snack, and there's menus that I have that I do weekly, and if the kids don't want what's on their menu,
Or if they have allergies,
or anything like that, the parent and I would fill out like a feeding agreement
So
or
you guys
something where
coordinate.
we kind of work on what the child nutritional needs are and stuff like that. So
Going along the food, do you have to be ServSafe certified, or how does that go? Because I know when you had to handle food, you have to refrigerate it, heat it. You have to go through something, especially if you're a legitimate business.
So yes, I am licensed through DCFS in Illinois here. So there's requirements that need to get and standards that need to get met I would say yearly. There's some other ones depending on the time limit that they need to get done.
Probably some monthly things like that.
So, but there's yearly I have to do 15 hours of classes for sudden infant death, SIDS, shaken baby syndrome, and
I believe previously you mentioned the one...
food handling as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was losing my train of thought.
Yeah, no problem. And you mentioned previously in our off-camera conversation, one with a how you don't allow the infants to be in their devices, such as baby carriers and things of that sort for a certain amount of time. Can you explain? Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, sure. So I'm not sure if anyone knows this or if this is just something that
I learned this today. You showed me, so I'd like to show it to the audience if they're not aware.
Okay, yeah. So I don't leave the infants for more than about 15 minutes in their car seat, stroller, a bouncer, anything like that. When they're awake, yeah, you can let them play in there, but the key is to not let them be in their devices for too long. I like to get them out of there. Well, when they're sleeping, yes. I have a safe sleep policy. Mm-hmm. So
what does that mean?
That means that the babies sleep on their backs.
Okay.
When they're inclined, it's more for choking hazard for them.
Yeah.
People think that having them up is actually gonna
clear their breathing.
Clear their breathing, yes, but the trachea is actually. I don't have a picture, but if I could show you, it's on the right side of
So we'll upload it to the Facebook, and then that way you guys are aware of what's going on.
But yes, safe sleep is best is on their backs.
Yeah.
For the infants, and if they roll over on their own, and that's their position they like to sleep in, then I'll let them. But once they're able to do that on their own.
Yeah. But while you're monitoring it, of course, right?
Yes, everything always supervised, and each child has their own bed or cot to sleep in with sheets, fresh sheets for them every day. I like to keep the kids, moving about, letting them have space to explore, and not leaving them in devices for more than 15 minutes if they're asleep.
Yeah.
When they're awake, let them hang out in there while I'm watching them, and or if they need to do quick cooking or something where I need to put them in there, I'll put them in there, or let them play too for a little bit. But if they fall asleep, I try not to leave them in their devices for more than 15 minutes. I try to put them on their backs right away. I
do see, as I did a walkthrough through your facility, you do have a lot of open space. Hopefully later on we can get some video of it, or you do offer walkthroughs and consultations for the parents, of course. And it seems like safety is a top priority for you. Are there any other safety protocols that you think that the parents would like to know about? I
do have sign-in sheets for the kids.
So not everybody can just come in and take the kids, right?
Oh no, of course not. It's parent or guardian, and only the parent or guardian. And if there happens to be somebody else that is not on the list, I would need notification from the parents with an ID from the person and everything like that.
That's a good peace of mind.
With notification from the parents, and
as
long as we're all in the same page,
Yeah, and while coming through, I did see a lot of gates, as you do have stairs. Electrical outlets were covered. Everything seems child friendly. Even the equipment that you have, it seems very child age based appropriate. But I did see this device that it's behind you. Can you describe what this device behind you is?
Yeah, sure. That is the radon meter.
Okay.
It checks the radon in the.
Is that something that the state or city requires?
Yeah, so that's part of the requirements. It was just to have it. I bought this on the side just to do a daily reading.
More protection, yeah.
But I had to check for lead in the paint, lead in the water, and then also the radon gases that are natural gases for houses and things like that. But as long as it's low, like how you see here, it's good.
We're in the green.
Yes, we're in the green.
You did also mention water temperature levels. Do you want to kind of specify what you meant by that? Like, can you not have it at a certain amount of temperature as far as hot and cold, or how does that work?
So hot and cold water need to be running for the daycare here, but there is a requirement for the DCFS where it has to be in between a certain amount.
So they're not hurting them, so they're not scalding hot.
Scalding hot. And as far as for the kiddos, they can wash their hands and do what they need to do.
That's awesome.
And for the doors, it's safety, so it doesn't lock.
Awesome. It seems like that's a peace of mind for many parents and guardians. As far as for the working parents, what kind of hours do you offer? Do you offer full-time, part-time, early drop-offs, late pickups?
It depends on what the parent's needs are for childcare, but I am open Monday through Friday from 5 to 5.
Okay.
So
which seems reasonable.
Depends on, I feel like it's a good early time and a decent afternoon time. Early bird daycare is for the early birds.
Yeah.
So,
5 a.m.
I feel 5 p.m.
5 a.m. and 5 p.m. are pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a okay time for the community here. There might be other daycares that are open later or do some night care as well in the area, so that might be another option for them as well.
Yeah,
but I feel 5 o'clock is okay time for me.
Yeah, worst case scenario, maybe somebody needs to get picked up late, or maybe they have to work overtime in the morning, is that something you can accommodate with time, with an early notice?
So I don't do any overnight care
Okay.
at the moment, but
That's good to know.
I feel like with the communication and talking with the parent, as long as we're on the same page
Yeah.
for any drop off or pickup, there has to be notification of.
And definitely not make it a habit, right?
Of course, not making it a habit, but if, I understand things do come up, so as long as I'm being notified, or I'm notifying the parents as well if anything comes up on my end as well, I like to give them notice, for sure.
Yeah. Sounds like you thought of everything. You said you do accept infants, toddlers. Is there a specific age range that you like to focus on? Do you prefer to keep them all around the same age, or?
So between the 6 weeks and 5 years old, I would say is a good range for me to, that I feel like I'm gonna be able to help them and we can all learn and grow together.
Yeah.
Like I said, is for the infants, I don't really do a curriculum, but I do work on the developmental aspects of that. And then for the older kids, there's a curriculum and we do activities or, sensory stuff based off of those monthly themes or weekly themes that, we do.
Well, that's good to know. I guess we can start wrapping up. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me. You have a lovely facility. Hopefully later on we can do more videos, more showing the audience of what you have going on. Hopefully we can put more videos out there.
Yeah, of course. I would like to definitely let everybody know that I am here. I'm local here in Rowling Beach. Very close to, I guess, the businesses around here,
Yeah, so anybody going to work, it's going to be an easy commute for them to come in and come out.
Yes.
Yeah,
for
and I
sure.
also saw on the way over here there was also a fire station and ambulance. So if anything were to happen, they're like 30 seconds away. So which is also a good peace of mind, because sometimes they be taking forever. Let's see what else I got here. Where can listeners find you? Do you have a website, social media? Is there anything that you want to put out there? How anybody can reach you or schedule an appointment with you?
You can reach me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Early Bird Daycare, and they can reach me by email or phone.
What's the email?
Email abarrios0432@iCloud. And
That's A as in Apple, Barrios?
Yes.
Awesome.
A for Anna.
Oh, of course.
And then the phone number is 224-237-0432.
Awesome. Like I said, thank you again for having us here.
And I'm bilingual. Spanish.
We are
speaking,
bilingual.
So
Hablamos español.
just had to throw that out there as well.
Awesome. Thank you again. Like I said, thank you for having us here. You have a lovely facility. And thank you for our watchers. Hopefully you guys had a good time watching and learned something behind the scenes of this daycare and this overall
Experience. Get a little behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you.